It's your boy, Coach Defense here. Thanking you for supporting the channel. Become a lockdown defender by hitting that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And if you're enjoying your time, hit that like button. Help us grow in the community. Now check out our latest video. Leave a comment. And as always, you got to step up to lock it down. Let's talk about the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers are on the list and on the docket again this week in the news. We talked about them a couple of weeks ago, and we felt like the window might be closing on their chances to compete for a title.
Yeah.
Now, you expressed that the window has some air coming through it. I personally was more pessimistic. But now Brandon Ayuk is hurt. Debo was in the hospital with pneumonia. Jennings is banged up. Brock Purdy just got undressed by Spags in the Chiefs defense.
Yep.
So after that performance, do you think the 49ers chances are on life support or not?
You ever seen a cockroach with their feet in the air?
But after getting sprayed with Raid?
That was a clear sign they dead, right?
Yeah.
They on such life support. They drinking Ensure right now.
Oh, wow. When you drink Ensure, that means you're in bad shape.
Yeah.
I don't want to see how I know that, but go ahead, though.
They're in bad shape right now. They're looking like a shell of themselves. It ain't looking pretty good. Trent Williams getting suspended. They can't keep certain people in vehicles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not looking good.
No, it's not. The Niners are done. Still a good team, but the time's not on the side. You're right about that. And I actually thought you was going to shoot him some bell, Kurt. I was surprised that you sided with me. But I'll underscore my point by saying this. Because I think the big headline here for me is that the Niners are downplaying CMC's injury. I think he's more hurt than people are alluding to.
Oh, without a doubt.
They're claiming that he'll be back in a couple of weeks and he's going to start practicing this and the third. I think he's more hurt than people believe. I truly believe that he's hurt more than people were alluding to. And that's hurting this particular team because without him, they're a different team. I think we all can agree to that. Without him, they're a different team. And I think that people need to be honest about the fact that Brock Purdy is a beneficiary of a good system in elite weapons. Because if you look at the numbers, when he does not have all of that at his disposal, he's average. He's a 500 quarterback in the last, 16 games. He's 8-8. When he doesn't have all of his weapons at his disposal, like everybody in place, Ayuk, Debo, Kittle, Trent, CMC, if all that is not there, he's 8-8 in his last 16 games. That he doesn't have everybody in-house. So that tells you right there that if everything's going good, I think they call it front running in certain aspects.
Yeah.
Where you are, everything's, peachy keen and the cars running at peak performance, you good. All of a sudden, if it starts tailing to the level a little bit, feel like it needs an alignment, all of a sudden you don't drive as well. I think that people need to be honest about that. If you don't see it now, wait until they have to pay him and they have to move off talent. How it's going to affect this team? Oh yeah,
without a doubt, it ain't looking pretty good right now.
No, and I believe that if CMC does not return, I'm sure they're cooked.
Oh, without a doubt.
If McCaffrey does not come back at any point in the season before it's too late, they're cooked.
Yeah.
I think because I think they might be able to survive with because clearly Ayuk's done. If they got a healthy Kittle, healthy CMC, healthy Purcell, healthy Debo, they can survive. But
they could tread water.
They could, but I would refuse to believe that they're going to be a team the likes of the Packers or the Lions with the way they're playing football at this moment.
No,
because another point people are underscoring, and I pointed this out, and I'm going to reiterate it because I'm telling you what I'm a prophetic person in certain aspects when it comes down to things changing in your organization. That defense isn't as good as it used to be either. Oh my God! Oh, there he is. Okay. Well, I mean, we can go down that rabbit hole. But it's the difference between having, I guess you can say, quote unquote, all your weapons and having one or two and still being able to get things done. DK, I understand that your guy is, you're hurting about your guy right now, but Brock Purdy, without everybody being there, has been average. And I think that if you put him in other people's systems without all that weaponry, he's still an average quarterback. He's still an average quarterback.
I like what Jack said. Purdy is dirty.
Yes, indeed. So
Yeah.
I think that we have to understand what we're dealing with here, and I do believe, like you said, there it is. This particular aspect of this team or this particular iteration of this team is on life support, and they do have a winnable division still, but they got to start winning games and winning games quickly, and I just don't see it in the cards because again, you know, I don't believe that IU's going to. Well, clearly IU's not going to play. I don't think Devo's going to play this week. You know, you don't go from having pneumonia to playing football. Just don't work that way. Don't work that way. So you be down 2 receivers. We got Kittle, Pearsall, and maybe Jennings comes back, maybe he doesn't. But again, you know, I don't see the special. I mean, and there's a difference between being, you know, I guess you can say, you know, league average versus having the aspirations or being a Super Bowl winning quarterback. You know, because that's the delineation. You know, because people want to put him in the conversation. Now, I'm not going to put him in the conversation of a Derek Carr. You know, that's average. You know, but I will put him in. But I wouldn't put him in the conversation of the big 4. You know, Lamar, Josh, Patrick. You know, Burrow. If you want to put him in there, I don't know. Maybe not. But you know, if you're in that annals of people that can, you know, will you to victory despite your, I guess you can say, quote unquote, trials and tribulations, it's different. It's different.
He's middle tier.
Yeah, I mean, he's. I would say second tier. He's top tier, middle tier, average tier, lower tier. I think he's
second tier.
Second tier. Yeah, I think he's second tier. Yeah. I think he's second tier for sure. But yes, I do believe that, you know, him when everything's good and everything's perfect, you know, he's very, very surgical. He's very surgical, but you start chipping away at those particular things that he likes and it makes him feel comfortable. It gets different. The numbers are different, you know, and we all can agree that he didn't play good this past week against Kansas City. You know, so you know, that's the bar. Let's be real. That's the bar. You're not measured how you beat the Cardinals, you know, in week 12. You're measured how whether or not you face up against the Chiefs or the Bills or the Ravens. You measure by that based upon the level of talent on this team. So it's different. It's a different conversation. It's a really different conversation that you have to have when it comes down to the idea of what the 49ers are and how the level of standards you hold them to versus how you will hold up the Seahawks.
Yep.
So, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, I think that, you know, we're going to see more and more as things shake out that, you know, the Niners, that window might be closing, man. It just might be closing. Because, again, this team's going to have to look different at some point if you have to give them anywhere between $50 and $60 million a year in a year.
Yeah, ain't no draft now. That window is sealed.
Okay. So you said it completely closed, huh?
Completely closed. You hearing the wind hit against the window, but ain't no wind coming through.
I'm gonna say that it's a draft. Like you didn't seal the window, put the plastic on it. You put the plastic on it. It's closed, but you ain't put the plastic on it. So with a good windy day, you can get a whistle. And I say that because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to take a step back. I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're opening the door for the Falcons to take the division now because they lost, you know, Godwin and Ike Evans going to be out for a few weeks.
Yeah,
you know, it's a chance they might put him on IR. They say when they say out indefinitely, they give me the idea that they might put you on IR because if you're out indefinitely, that's like 4 weeks. Yep. You know, so I think that he might be on IR. So if he misses 4 games, that's a free for all for them because they are the best receiver. So yeah, I think that opens the door for them to give one team out of the South now. You probably gonna get 2 out of the North and probably 2 out of the East, and you got the opportunity to, you know, if they can still, we're like 1 or 2 games out of the division right now. Yep. So it's whistling on a cold day, but the window's definitely closed.
Right,
the window's definitely closed. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm definitely if I'm a United fan like DK is, I would be concerned personally in my private thought.
Don't leave, DK. Don't leave. We got a chair. We got space.
Right. So yeah, we'll see what happens with the 49ers, man. But I think they definitely should have be forward thinking because it might not go their way this season. All right, so moving forward, let's I forgot to talk about the schedule. Now before we do that, so Let's look at the schedule real quick before we get on. So they got a nice little stretch of games here. Got the Cowboys, then they got the Buccaneers who banged up now. Seahawks divisional game, Packers, Bills, Bears, Rams should be healthy by then. Dolphins should be healthy by then. Lions, Cardinals. That's a nice little road.
Yep.
So do you think that, all things remaining equal and everybody is where they're at right now and it doesn't change, you think they make the playoffs?
Barely. I think they're the last team to get in.
Okay. Because if you be honest about it, you could have a team with a losing record get in based upon the how the teams are falling by the wayside.
Yep.
Yeah.
And someone's going to get in from that division regardless.
You have to, because they have a divisional winner. Yeah.
Yep, divisional winner. And so it could be them, like they said, with like you said, with a losing record.
Yeah. Mike said Brock's only worth to me about $30 million. If the 49ers were smart, if Purdy holds out, draft the quarterback in 2025. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a good one. DK said they're gonna win a division. He said they're gonna win a division. So you heard it here. Our resident NFL insider for the 49ers.
We keep receipts.
We got you on tape.
Yep.
We'll see. We're gonna have him on the show soon anyway. So he already knows that. So we'll go get his live reaction and actual, I guess you can say analysis on the show here shortly. But good to see him in the chat for sure. But I would be concerned, like I said in my private thoughts, if I'm